Ray says, my approach changes meta to meta and the type of deck I want to play. Perhaps the main thing is I look at the types of decks I will likely play against and decide based on the facts around those decks. So yeah, I think that's the biggest, probably the biggest thing in what I look at. You know, definitely, for example, I'm trying to decide on what Ultimate Cup deck to play, which is, you know, completely different from deciding on locals and regional deck to play. And obviously I expect to see a lot of blue. I expect to see blue flare, Ulforce and Mirage, and because I expect to see that, I'm like, how can I counter these big blue decks? And I think that's valid for anybody to consider, you know, when you're trying to deck build or decide on a deck to build. You're like, what am I going to face? What's the likely things? The biggest thing is you can't plan for the bad matchups as much. You have to play for the majority that you'll think you'll face. Because when you start teching out your deck for all of your bad matchups, then sometimes you end up with an inconsistent deck and you pull into stuff that you don't need 95% of the time. You know, I think we've all done it at some point in some card game when we were starting out, and some of us have learned to not, and some of us haven't. So take this as your don't do it part. Then Jeremy says,
yeah, but you
okay
currently for your OT Cup that you're about to, your OT Cups that you brought on, I don't know if you've signed up for all 3 in September.
Unfortunately,
I only signed up for 1 at the moment. I might be able to do 2 depending how things go. But you are overly thinking about it.
Okay,
like,
so I'm overly thinking about it because there's a lot of things that go into it. I can't play Royal Knights, one of my favorite decks. I can't play Examon, another one of my favorite decks. I can't play Secon or some variation of Ofani Loop because Chaos deck is hit. I can't play Beelzemon.
Kinda do.
I can't play Beelzemon because Deathslinger and Impmon is hit. And I tried it and with 4 Deathslinger, and I was like, damn, this would suck with just 1. And then I have the Millith problem that I talked about. And where does that leave me? What deck does that? Oh, I can't play Greymon decks because I don't even care about playing Cool Boy. I can either play bad black base with tie or red base with protection and no tie. And both of those seem equally bad to me. And I don't like the Ragna variants, so I don't want to play Greymon. And you know, where does that leave me? A guy who likes all those decks I just named and all those play styles. It leaves me like nowhere. It leaves me floundering. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, what do I want to play? I can shoehorn myself into one of these play styles, but like it's not me. It doesn't have the Varney stamp on it. And that's like my biggest problem. I want something that's personal to me, the way that I play my play style. I just haven't found that deck that clicks with me yet. And Taurus is getting there, but I know how yellow decks treat. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Jeremy says, what I like to do is look at a deck and consider 2 things: consistency and other matchup. If it ain't consistent and has a lot of bad matches or no way out, I don't play it. Definitely a thing. You know, a deck like let me think of a good example here. Merva Loop. I love that deck. I love Minervamon.
Same. I enjoy playing that deck too.
It just, you know, it's another deck I tried for Ultimate Cup and it just gets shit on. Multiple matchups. Mirage bounces. Very easily can play around your Minervamon.
Well, in Ultimate Cup, they banned Cerberus Mon for some reason.
But I don't even play I don't like that loop part of it. I play a different part of it that is more of like a board spammy version.
I mean, the deck just in general was a board spammy deck, but
right. But like, I don't do the Cerberus loop. I build up into Minervamon, let them play their turn. If it comes back to me, they played anything. I get a body on board, then I delete. I either swing the Minerva or I delete the Minerva, and then play out the Minerva. Then I've got 3 bodies, and I put Jack Raids in so I can just get back memory if I've been trashing, milling enough. But yeah, I like that. But again, you know, same problems in general. Mirage gets around it by bouncing, and it's slow. And yeah, especially if I wanted to play a competent version of it, I would play the Cerberuses. Versus limited or banned? I think it's banned.
Banned, right? Cerberus Mon.
Werewolf mode is banned.
Werewolf is banned, right?
Yeah, so it's like I can't even play that. So that's a deck that I look at and I'm like, yeah, we're not gonna touch that one. But definitely there's a lot of approaches to deck building. You guys, if you ever need help, you ever need advice, always don't think, what there's a big negative connotation around deck building. I see it in like the Lorcana community because there's a lot of new players getting into card games
already.
Yeah, it's really dumb. So just want to take this time to say to y'all have any questions regarding Digimon, deck building, how to get better in matchups, blah, 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 whatnot, and so forth, pop into our Discord. We have so many good people, good players, good personalities. And then of course there's Dan, Mike,
I think that's
myself.
the key word. Good people.
Good people.
We don't have people that's like toxic about new people coming in or asking what we might think is a stupid question or something. Like we have people who have no problem breaking it down for them to maybe explain something easier for them. I mean, say for us three too. I'm not, saying we're not or anything. In general, I think we have a good people. That's what matters. I think at the end of the day, right, is that good people who want to expand the game and a I guess in a good way, right? Because good vibes bring more good vibes for type of thing, positive energy, right? So we don't have people who are negative about the game per se in our Discord mostly. Maybe 1%. You get that random negativity, troll. But I think that's just the nature how online is, right? But for the most part, we have no problem accepting new people, teaching new people, so the game can continue growing. Because that's all we're here for. We want the game to be,
I mean, at the end of the day, we all want to continue to play the game. You can't continue to play the game if players aren't playing the game. So why be toxic? Who are you trying to drive out? You trying to drive yourself out?
Right.
Get out of here. So yeah, join the Discord. Cool people. Links are in the description on YouTube or in our bio on Spotify.